We're back talking Tribune Golf on WKTY. Phone number 796-2558. Joining us now is Ted Vicky. Ted, welcome to the show.
Thanks, glad to be here.
Ted Vicky is one of the nation's top fitness management consultants. He's the former executive director of the White House Athletic Center under the Bush, Clinton, and Bush administrations. Ted is also the president of Fitwell, LLC, a fitness consulting company focused on corporate America and the golf industry. He also is a contributor on Tea Time Radio, which is heard around the world, just like WKTY, streamed all around, right, Bob? Throughout the world. Is that correct, Bob?
Yes, to me, yeah. To the 84 people that are listening right now.
There you go. But Ted is on with us today. We're going to talk about his new book, 101 Fitness Tips for Golf, by Ted Vicky. Ted, I know most of our listeners, like myself, would like to know about, first of all, about working as the executive director of the White House Athletic Center under the Bush, Clinton, and Bush administrations. Tell us about that first, Ted. What was that like?
You know, it was an amazing opportunity. And one of the things that I always forgot, and I was constantly reminded of when I had friends and family visit, was, for me, it was my office. I spoke there every day, and to me, walking in, it sometimes became numb, and it was surreal. And when people would come and the eyes would open up and they'd say, "This is the White House. This is where the policies of the world take place," it really becomes a daunting task. And to think back and to think that I made a difference in those people's lives by showing them how to relax, how to exercise, how to stay healthy, it was amazing, and I absolutely loved it.
Who were some of the people that would come to that fitness center then? Was it the presidents, the vice presidents? Who all came to the fitness center?
You know, the nice thing that I always liked about the athletic center was that we were there for all of the staff. Mm-hmm. It built actually by the Reagan administration back in the 80s when on-site fitness really was not as popular as it is now. And he pushed it through, and those that worked out there was no taxpayers' money that went into the facility, so every member paid a membership fee, which I thought was very ironic. Mm-hmm. And what I liked about it was I remember a day that Tipper Gore was on a Stairmaster next to the White House florist. And that was just a sense of camaraderie that was there in that environment. So you had policymakers, budget analysts, Secret Service, White House military officers, cooks, all working out as one. And what I always used to say was, you come into the locker room, you put on your workout clothes, everyone else is the same.
Yeah.
Although Tipper Gore had a Secret Service officer at the front door with a gun, so.
Whoa. and another thing, Ted, is you'd think that the president and vice president would be the only ones to get really stressed out with all the worldly decisions they have to make in a heartbeat. But the rest of the staff, like you say, all the way down, there's a lot of stress in their life, and this is a great way to go to the fitness center and just relieve some of that stress, correct?
Exactly. And, the ironic thing was I was stressed. I mean, when you're there, when you're inside the Beltway of Washington, there is a certain amount of stress that you can cut with a knife. So everybody feels the stress. If it's imagine if you're the White House chef and you're having a state dinner for the president of France, and that to the chef is the most important thing that day, and that's very stressful. If you serve the wrong meal, you're going to hear about it. Same thing with the Secret Service officers. Mm-hmm. Now, those people have to be on, and I give them a lot of credit, they have to be able to react in a split second at a moment's notice. And there are times it's a very boring job, but the times that they really need to be on, they are. And I give them all the credit in the world.
And those guys are fit, too, aren't they?
Those guys are fit. In fact, the funny story was when this President Bush came into office, they had to find some additional Secret Service officers that could keep up with them. Because this president now, politics aside, is what I believe is one of the most fit, not presidents, but fit men that I've ever met.
Really?
Yes. Very, very fit. Lee was always known for going out and running.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of the elliptical machine now, and notorious mountain biker. I remember one day he was up mountain biking, and he fell and he scraped his head, and he had a press conference, 3 hours later.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was our president, talking to cameras with a big cut on his forehead. And again, politics aside, I kind of like that in a president. He's kind of one of the guys when it comes to going out and working out.
Ted Vicky, author of 101 Fitness Tips for Golf, just came out with it. I was overnighted a copy. Great book. I started paging through it. Ted, thank you very much.